Our next unit is going to be covering equations of lines, functions of lines. We've already graphed lines on our mastery test, and you're familiar with them, but we're going to focus more today on writing equations of lines given the slope, or given the slope and given the points on the line. So looking at a graph, we're going to write the equation of that particular line. So we'll start off with a definition, slope-intercept form, which is the equation of a line with slope m and y-intercept b. So y-intercept is the point 0b, and that is y equals mx plus b. So that's called the slope-intercept form. So remember the name, it's a definition. Might need that on that next vocabulary quiz. So write the equation of each line in slope-intercept form. So in order to do that, I'm going to look on here, and I'm going to see that here it is right here, that's the y-intercept. The y-intercept has the coordinates 0, 1 in this case, so b is equal to 1. The slope, remember, is rise over run. So I want to go from one point to another point on the line. So you need to be careful. You can see we made the obvious points showing. So you're going to look at those 2 points, and you're going to figure out what the slope is. So going from one point to the next, I'm going to go down 2, and then to the right 3. So my slope is going to be equal to a -2 for down 2, and then over +3 for right 3. So my slope is -2/3. So the equation of problem 1 is y equals -2/3 x plus 1. Line 2, again, observe where the points are. Here's this first one, which is on the y-axis. So there's the y-axis. So that's my y-intercept. So my y-intercept is 0. So b is equal to 0. The slope from one point to the other, I'm going to go up 2, to the right 2. So m is equal to 2 over 2, which simplifies to 1. So m is 1. So in y equals mx plus b form, I have y is equal to 1x plus 0. Except we don't ever leave our equation looking like that. We want to rewrite that as y is equal to x. Example 3 is a horizontal line. In this one, again, you can see the 2 points. Here's our first one. So our y-intercept is, that's right, our y-intercept is 2. So b is equal to 2. What's the slope on this one? What's the rise? Doesn't rise, does it? So it doesn't rise, so 0, and then if I go from these 2 points, it's going to be over 2, which simplifies to 0. So if I use slope-intercept form, that would be y equals 0x plus 2, and simplified, that would be y is equal to 2, and that's a horizontal line. Example 4, here's my 2 points. The one on the y-axis, again, y-axis is -3, so b is equal to -3. Here's our other second point that we can see obviously marked. So to go from one to the other, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 4, so m is equal to 4 over, and then to the right 2. So 4 over 2, which simplifies to 2. So in slope-intercept form, that's y equals 2x minus 3. There it was. Goodbye. Second page. We have another equation for writing the equation of a line. It's called the point-slope equation. So sometimes it's not convenient. For example, in example 5, you can't see where it's crossing the y-axis. So what is the y-intercept? We really can't see it. So sometimes it's not convenient to use the slope-intercept form because we don't know what the y-intercept is. So in those cases, we might want to use the point-slope form to write the equation of the line. So the point-slope form, again, remember that for your vocabulary test, with the slope of m passing through the point x1, y1 is y minus y sub 1 is equal to m, open parentheses, x minus x sub 1. All right, so you need to know this equation as well as the first equation and know what their names are. All right, so example 5 says write the equation of each line in point-slope form. So it kind of gives us the hint, it tells us point-slope form. So that means that we need to know what is the slope. So what is the slope? So m. And again, we can count that on these lines. You can see I've got the 2 points, and this one's going rising 2 and running 1, so it's up 2 over 1. So the slope is 2 over 1, which is 2. And I need a point, and I can choose either one of these points. It doesn't matter which one I choose. So let's choose this top one. So I'm going to choose the point 3, negative 1. I'll choose that. Then when I fill in my formula, I'll have y minus the y value of the point, which is negative 1. So y minus a negative 1, which is going to be plus 1. And then that's going to be equal to m, which is going to be, m is 2. And then x minus x1, which is right here, 3. So 3. So it's going to be y plus 1 equals 2x minus 6 if I distributed that. Didn't really say to do that, but let's just keep going. Sometimes you're given, so this is the answer to that problem. Write it in point-slope form. So sometimes we might need to take that equation and change it into slope-intercept form. So to change it into slope-intercept form, I'll write that note here. Let's change to slope-intercept form. We need to solve it for y. Because in slope-intercept form, you have y equals to mx plus b. So we want to have y equals. So I'm going to solve this for y. So the first thing I would have needed to do was to distribute through my parentheses and get rid of them. And then I need to add my 1 to the right side. So y is equal to 2x. If I subtract 1, that gives me minus 7. And this would be slope-intercept form right here. Problem 6, same thing. You can see the 2 points here. There's one, here's the other. So I need to know what the slope is. I can count it. It goes down 1, so negative 1, and then to the right 3, so over 3, so negative 1/3. I need a point, so let's just choose the points. Let's see, which one shall we choose? 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll choose this one right up here. And so that's going to be to the right, so it's 1, 4. So those are my slope and my point. So when I fill them in, I'll have y minus, make sure you get the y, which is 4, is equal to negative 1/3, open parentheses, x minus, and then the x value, which is 1. So be careful that you get the right value into the right spot. So that would be the answer to my problem. Right there. There it is in in point slope form. What would it look like if I changed it to slope intercept form? So let's do that. So slope intercept form. Let's see. Well, the first thing I want to do is get rid of. I could distribute. Let's distribute. What shall I do? Let's distribute. So I have y minus 4 equals negative 1/3 x plus 1/3. Then, oh, I guess I had to distribute. Then I need to add the 4 to the other side. So I'm going to have y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 1/3 and plus 4 over here. However, I need to add the 1/3 and the 4, so I need to get a common denominator. So y is going to be equal to negative 1/3 x plus 1/3, and then 4 in terms of thirds is going to be 12 thirds. So when I add it, I get y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 13 thirds, and this would be slope intercept form for that equation. So hopefully that's going to give you a good enough idea of how to work through the worksheet. So you have a worksheet that's going to be due for homework tonight to bring to class next time. Good luck on it.